Welcome back to the Deep Dig Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew. My other host, D, is not here right now. But today we're going to be talking some college basketball. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share this. I want to start with women's college basketball because today, as of March 10th at 6 o'clock Pacific time, we had some bangers of games. Iowa having to come back in dramatic fashion from a very shitty Caitlin Clark first half, putting up 4 points in the first half, 30 points in the second half. She finished with 34, 7, and 12, ices it at the end of the game. Um, yeah, they beat a Nebraska team who's solid but not ranked, 94-89. Moving further, we had Notre Dame, number 14, taking out NC State. This one was a battle to the end. Really great game. But specifically, I want to talk about the LSU South Carolina matchup. Now, earlier in the season, this is a game that LSU did lose to South Carolina 76-70. And I'm not going to lie, South Carolina looked pretty in control of this game, had a 10-point lead with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I was thinking LSU doesn't have it. The offense is looking clunky. Angel Reese is not really looking like a dominant performer. Like back in the day when is it Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark? I think Caitlin Clark has definitely solidified herself as the face and star of women's college basketball, if not college basketball in general. And we haven't heard much from Angel Reese in the grand scheme of things like news stories. Haley Van Lith actually looked like she was the leader of this team. And that wasn't necessarily the best thing because as the offense was struggling, it was just the Haley Van Lith throwing up three-pointer show, which some of them went in. It did kind of pull them back within striking distance. But this one was a weird one at the end, man. South Carolina started to fall apart, a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots. And then you get this confrontation when they start to make a little bit of a run and separate themselves again. People getting in each other's faces. There's this big moment where I believe it was Camila Cordoso comes over and just knocks down the LSU player that's going back and forth with words with some of the other teammates. And you have an all-out skirmish. Couple members of the fans in the stadium come rushing down. We find out later that's Cardoza's brother that wanted to come and defend. Oh no, it's the LSU's player's brother coming to try to, make sure nothing goes down, and security takes them away. And all in all, we just wrap up this game in a weird situation where South Carolina takes it. And I think a lot of the story is going to be on LSU and Angel Reese and Haley Van Lith and like this team that I think has household names. But South Carolina just completed an undefeated season, SEC championships going into the tournament, and they look pretty good. They have great scoring. They have really good size. I'm feeling confident about this USC team, and I'm worried about LSU. I think there was a stat thrown out there during the game that Angel Reese this season is 1 for 8 on three-pointers. And how is someone who was kind of being compared as the best women's college basketball player or the second best behind Caitlin Clark 1 for 8 on threes on the season? So not feeling great about this LSU team. Haley Van Lith does give them that spark and give them that edge. But I think there's just so many good teams right now in this league. And I'm love to see how Caitlin Clark handles this tournament and if she's able to get through all these solid programs. I mean, Notre Dame, South Carolina, LSU, USC is playing well. I mean, Nebraska gave them a run for their money. UConn's looking good. This is going to be an exciting tournament on the women's side. And so I'm just looking forward to all the good basketball we're about to see. Going towards the men's side, I know this is kind of at a time when people were like, yeah, there's no faces of the league. It's not as good a product as it was in the past. And now all of a sudden, it's getting close to tournament time and things are heating up. We had Kentucky against Tennessee, number 15 versus number 4. Kentucky ekes out a winner. Shepherd going for 27 points. They win at 85-81. That game was really good, really entertaining. We have number 5 Arizona getting upset by Bronny James and USC. And you have LeBron courtside chilling with the honeys. I don't know if you guys saw, he was laughing it up with a couple of the parents or whoever those women were, and they're saying LeBron's wife is not gonna be happy about that. But what did Bronny James finish with? For 20 minutes, he went 2 for 3, um, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, a block, and 5 points. It sucks because he's gonna be the story of the tournament for USC. Even though he is just kind of a role player, he's still developing into a big piece of this team. But if he can have at least a strong showing in this tournament, I think it's going to be really good for him. The mental aspect of all the things that have gotten put on him from LeBron, by the media, him coming back from the hard thing. If he can put up a 10 point, 6 rebound, 3 assist game, like I think that's really good for him at this point in his career. And USC, I mean, I don't expect them. Are they even going to make the tournament? They're 14-17. They'd have to win the Pac-12 tournament at this point. So we'll see if we even get Bronny. I mean, if they're a bubble team, they're getting in because you're not going to not put Bronny James in the tournament. It's like LeBron in the play-in. Like, we're going to make sure he wins. Duke, North Carolina, actually really great game. Number 7 versus number 9. North Carolina pulls out nail biter 84-79. That was a solid game. We got Marquette barely beating Xavier. Creighton barely beating Villanova. Like, this tournament is going to be anybody can win it at any moment. There's a lot of middle of the pack teams here who have talent, who play good team ball, who can sneaky run into, I think, the Final Four this year. I think there's going to be a lot more upsets and a lot more middle of the pack, those 7 through 10 seeds who make it deeper in this tournament run, because the top is just, it's not top heavy anymore. I mean, yeah, you got your North Carolina and Duke kind of doing what they do, but they're not just blowing teams out and looking dominant at every moment. It is definitely spread throughout, like anyone can win. Almost the opposite of college football right now, where you have the top of the top and that's who's going to win. Like, you can have the top players in college basketball, but that doesn't necessarily translate to wins. That's like, yeah, we're going to have someone who's really good and who's going to be gone in a year. But then you have these other teams who have guys that are going to be second round draft picks who played together for 3+ years, who are looking really good now that they're playing team ball, and they're just going to execute better. They're going to out execute you. And at the end of the day, will that execution beat out raw talent? I mean, time will tell, but I'm feeling really good. I'm not looking forward to putting a bracket together because of this, but I think I'm just going to sit back, enjoy watching these games, these close games, and lose a lot of money on gambling. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Who you rooting for in the tournament? Who should I bandwagon this year? Because I don't have a favorite team right now. And yeah, go and like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you back more with a lot more of these solo videos, a lot more of us potting together separately, all of that good stuff. We're going to bring you a lot more basketball, baseball, golf, whatever you guys want on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. Yeah, see ya.